Hello, friends. Good afternoon from Central Europe. Welcome to yet another episode of Tea Talk with Owen. My name is Owen Fernandez, and I wish you a good morning if you're watching me from North America, a good afternoon if you're watching me from Europe, a pleasant good evening if you're watching me from Asia, India, and beyond. I hope you are safe wherever you are. Today is the 3rd of August, 2021, and welcome to yet another month in this very challenging year. We are almost starting the eighth month. And my question to you as I start this episode is: do you feel uncertain how this month and the remaining 4 months of this year will show up? Our topic for the day today is how to embrace uncertainty. Now, focus on the word embrace, and we'll slowly and steadily unfold what it means to embrace uncertainty. Now, friends, you and I know that the year 2020, because of the pandemic, was filled with a lot of uncertainties. It still continues to hold its grip, not letting go. I've been made to aware that we are expecting a third wave in Europe, and I am not sure how all these things are going to unfold. Uncertainty is very much alive in our lives. Be it in the terms of the pandemic, your job, your life, your health, your relationship, your finances. None of us, I repeat, none of us are assured of tomorrow, though we live on hope. This can sometimes leave us feeling stressed, anxious, and worried. It can invade our peace, take away our joy, and can even impact our mental and physical health. Needless to say, it can also drain us emotionally and leave us feeling in a state of what if, thinking about the worst case scenarios, about what tomorrow would bring. One thing I know for sure is uncertainty causes anxiety, but not everyone is affected in the same manner. The question here is, can we do something about it? Can we embrace the unknown, knowing that uncertainty is a fact, change is inevitable? How are the best ways to handle uncertainty? How do we face and get comfortable with it? So, grab a cup of tea or coffee, take a relaxing seat as I take you into yet another episode of Tea Time with Owen. In this episode, friends, I will try to share eight easy strategies of embracing uncertainty with an open mind. So please let me know in the chat box from where are you watching from. Today is the 3rd of August 2021. So let's get started. As usual, I would like to start with a quote from Michael G. Gelb. It says, keeping your mind open in the face of uncertainty is the single most powerful secret of unleashing your creative potential. Look at the connection of uncertainty with creative potential. Friends, some people tend to overthink, and we have spoken about overthinking in our past episodes. Some people overthink to such an extent and complicate the situation, whereas we have got other kinds of people who have a carefree attitude and face things as it comes. Now, if we are feeling overwhelmed by uncertainty, we need to know that we are not alone. You need to know that there are many people, thousands and thousands, or even millions, are facing some sort of challenge in life. Maybe it's in a form of a different storm, and maybe they could be in a different boat, but all are trying to navigate it the best way they can. So, the first assurance about uncertainty is that you are not alone. There are people also facing the same challenge, maybe in different circumstances. You need to know there is always a solution for every problem, and coping strategies are available to deal with uncertainties. So let's have a look at what exactly could be the possible strategies. The first one is be optimistic, be positive. Instead of picturizing the worst outcomes, be prepared to face whatever the outcome is. Now, for that, you need to have an open mindset. You need to have courage. Now, this does not mean you only think good. This does not think that the picture is rosy and only good things will happen, but think that you are stronger and capable of facing anything that comes your way. Friends, we talked about self confidence. Positivity begets resilience. You can foster positivity by altering your self talk. Be optimist, be positive. The second simple strategy that I would like to share is be mindful. Now, what does this mean? Uncertainty is often centered on worries about the future and all the bad things you can anticipate happening. Now, practicing mindful can change the entire situation. Why? Because practicing mindfulness helps us to stay grounded in the present and stops us from worrying about the uncertain future. Now, I know that it is easy to say and difficult to get it done, but try it. You can practice this by following the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Now, for those who do not know the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, we had spoken about it on the 11th of May in our episode titled Stop Overthinking. Friends, this particular episode and all the previous 26 episodes are all there for you to observe, like, share, and also subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Now, the 5-4-3-2-1 technique helps to bring your mind back to the present using the senses of sight, the senses of sound, the senses of touch, the senses of smell, and finally the sense of taste. The 5-4-3-2-1 technique. The first step is to identify 5 things you can see using the sense of sight. Next, find 4 things you can hear using the sense of sound. 3 things that you can feel using the sense of touch. 2 things that you can smell using the sense of smell, the nose. And 1 that you can taste. Try this out, the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. This helps you to train your mind to manage your racing thoughts. Everything is about the control of the mind, knowing that circumstances around will not help you, but you need to train your mind. So, the second simple strategy is be mindful. The third one is avoid having expectations. Just a few weeks ago, we talked about expectations. Expectations, my friends, set you up for disappointment. Now, listen to me very carefully. We can guide our tomorrow. We can guide our tomorrow, but we have got no control over the outcome. Instead of expecting the future to give us something, it is better to focus on what we can do to create that experience for us. Avoid having expectations. Let life surprise you. And be optimistic that the surprise is going to come to you in a package and in a good form rather than something that is going to hurt you. As I told you before, the universe is not against you, the universe wants the best for you. Now, this itself is a different mindset. So, avoid having expectations. Number 4, the fourth strategy is control or count on what you can control. Now, friends, even in times of uncertainty, change is inevitable. There are some things in our lives that we can count on to stay stable and reliable. For example, our families, our friends, Identify these aspects you can control and use them as a framework to build the rest of your life around. You can control only on the things that you can control. Count on that. And for that, as I said before, relationships are so very important. Control what you can control. That takes us to the fifth strategy, which is obvious. Let go of things that you cannot control. Why waste your time and energy in overthinking, in worrying, in fears? We've taken all these topics before in various episodes. Learn to let go. Don't play God. Friends, we should realize that we cannot control everything in life. Now, this itself is a very high level of awareness. Some of us believe that we should be in charge of our lives and we should make sure that things work the way we plan. But in reality, all of us know, you and me know, that this isn't true. We never expected COVID 19 to invade our lives. As the saying goes, man proposes and God disposes. So, in all our limitations, let's learn to let go. We can only plan, but cannot control the outcome. So, strategy number 6 is learn to reflect. Uncertainty could cause a detour, it could cause some sort of derailment to our plans. It will basically also cause us to stop. And why not take this time and learn to reflect? Remember, you and me have all faced uncertainty in some form or the other in the past. Take courage from the fact that you and I are still living, which means to say we have all survived thus far. So we should learn to reflect as to how we have handled those uncertainties in the past and try to draw confidence from that whenever the negative thoughts try to invade our minds and start bothering us. Spend time on reflection. All of us have done fairly well to see this day. Strategy number 7 is choose your associations well. Now, what do I mean by this? When adversities, when challenges come, when uncertainties knock at our doors, we need to know who are we surrounded with. You are the average of 5 people around you. Surround yourself with people who support and care about you during these difficult times. Now, what happens when you have got good, supportive, positive people around you? Then this reduces fear. We talked about facing our fears before. When fear is reduced, you get a little bit of courage and support and encouragement to handle these challenging times, these times of uncertainties. And this in turn helps you to handle the situation in a better manner. Choose whom you would like to be associated with. And my tip is choose people who have faith, hope, courage, confidence that in the end, this too shall pass. And finally, I would like to share strategy number 8, which is look out for possibilities and opportunities in that uncertainty. In the book Think and Grow Rich, author Napoleon Hill says that every adversity, I repeat, every adversity, every challenging time, every uncertainty brings along with itself an equal opportunity for us to discover. See the possibility. So instead of thinking only about negative outcomes, our minds are so tuned for thinking negative of bringing in fear, of attracting all those things. Practice the pause and see the bright side of what might be waiting for you in the future. I repeat, every challenging situation brings along with itself an equal opportunity for us to explore. As I summarize, look at your life and look at the challenges that you have faced in the past and could probably face in the future. As I said, we are not out of the pandemic totally. We do not know what the remaining part of the year has got in store for us. The Delta variant and all that stuff. Be optimistic, be mindful, avoid having expectations. Let life surprise you in a good way. Only think about things that you can control. Don't play God. Learn the art of letting go of things that you have got no control over. When life tells you to stop or life forces you to stop, take that moment and pause and spend time on reflection. Even reflect on the quality of associations you have within the family and outside, and take this opportunity to look out and explore possibilities within the uncertainty. So, finally, my friends, I would like to share something important out here. We spoke about embracing uncertainty. This means to say that there is something good about uncertainty. And this is necessary for us to know. The first thing that uncertainty does is that it takes us out of the automatic, it takes us out of the auto mode. It gives us a jolt, whether we are prepared or not prepared. It just shakes us. So it means to say that the automatic, the routine, monotonous life that you expected and planned suddenly gets a jolt. It takes us out of the automatic. That means it puts us out in some sort of an uncomfortable zone. That's number one. It takes us out of the automatic. It's good for us. Second, it keeps us focused on today because we do not know what tomorrow is going to bring us. The third and the most important part, especially from my experiences handling uncertainty, is that it reintroduces us to humility. It says that irrespective of all our talents and all our wisdom and all our knowledge, there is something that we do not know that surprises us and comes in the form of uncertainty. It reintroduces us to humility. It tells us we are not in complete control. It takes us out of the automatic. Good thing. It helps us to focus on today. Mindfulness, very good thing. It reintroduces us to humility. Again, a character trait that so many people lack. Uncertainty also requires us to be creative. We talked about the episode on how to foster creativity. If any of you were on the line and remember what we said, we are creative human beings by nature. So when uncertainty strikes us, the creative part of our existence comes into the picture and we try to find a way out. Now, take the example of what's happening in COVID times. The world did not come to a complete standstill for a long period of time. Yes, it took time for us to figure it out, but then suddenly we went on an online mode, a virtual mode. School started going, into homes, but we survived. But that does not mean to say that I'm not disrespecting the fact that COVID created a lot of death and destruction. But then most of us made it through. There are two things that happen in uncertainty in adversity and in crisis time. You can get buried physically or through your mental mindset, or you can build. There lies the opportunity. I can see my good friend Vinny on the line. She says that look for possibilities and opportunities within uncertainties. Thank you so much for endorsing that statement, Vinny. So again, let me just tell you about why embrace uncertainty. Number one, it takes you out of the automatic. It takes you out of the comfort zone. It keeps you focused on today. It reintroduces humility to us, something that we normally forget. It requires us to be creative and thus find a way out. It also exposes our gap between what we know and what we do, our words and our actions. So the choice is completely with you. You either sulk or you look at uncertainty as a, a phase in life where you can challenge yourself. I end with this quote from Eckhart Tolle. When you become comfortable with uncertainty, infinite possibilities open up in your life. Now, this statement is profound enough for us to think about embracing change, embracing challenges, embracing adversities, embracing uncertainties, because it challenges you to bring out the best in you. When you become comfortable with uncertainty, infinite possibilities open up in your life. Friends, thanks for watching. You will find the references of what has been shared on this episode at the end of this talk. Feel free to use them further for your personal growth. If you like this episode, please subscribe. Go to my YouTube channel. Please comment and share. Remember, the win is always within you. I am here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. And just to let you know that I have come out with my first digital version of a practical handbook called Your Character, Own It, Live It, Show It. In the future weeks and in the months, I'm going to come up with certain episodes related to character development. I'm sure you will enjoy it, and I'm sure it will add value to your lives. Once again, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.